Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. And I don't know why I find that funny. I don't know. But as you guys know, I'm at my mom's house. I keep telling you that in every video. I shouldn't have to keep repeating myself. But wow, that is another thing I've just reminded myself. But as you guys know, I've been kind of letting you in a little more on a little more in on the things that I struggle with day to day and stuff like that. And as you know, I talked about yesterday how I'm an introvert and just being around people exhausts the hell out of me and I can't deal with it. Well, in that video, I touched up on one thing. If you guys remember, I mentioned that I can't stand noises, and I said I'll make a whole other video on that, which is going to be this video. And I don't know for sure what this is. I've heard of misophonia, which is like you can't stand the sound of people eating and rustling and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know if this is that. What I struggle with is that. But I do know some people who have misophonia and they can't stand when people eat. Now this is weird because I don't get affected by the sound of people eating, but I do get annoyed when I hear people making noises like, for example, like one thing that it does really annoy me is like, the sound of people like breathing too heavy. If somebody's like breathing and I can hear them, I start to actually get angry about it. But I'm never rude to people. Like, I'm never gonna make somebody feel bad about it. You know, if they're just like breathing heavy, I'm not gonna turn around and be like, stop fucking breathing. But like, I do feel like it sometimes, but I just don't do it. But it does, like, I literally can feel the blood boiling inside me when that happens. It's crazy. And, another thing that people do, which really annoys me, if they're sniffling, even if they have a cold or something, or they're sick and they're like, oh my god. And I do it too, but it doesn't bother me when I do it. It's just when I hear others do it. Or like, people tapping doesn't bother me either, unless it's something that's a little, like, it's a certain frequency, I guess, or a certain like volume. With me, that's when it starts to annoy me. I can handle small noises, but there's some noises like, I can't stand, for example, like I said, a barking dog. And there is, you've probably, if you look through some of my videos like years ago, you will hear this dog, because this dog is out all the time and it's barking. And it just doesn't shut up. And it's not like the neighbors are like, they're not leaving it out all the time, but they leave it out for a very long time, and I just can't handle the barking. And I'm just like, you know, if that were me, like, I'm taking care of my mom's dogs now. As soon as it starts barking, I let it in. But this neighbor seems to just let it bark for literally like 30 minutes, and it can go on at any point of the day, and it just drives me insane. And I can't stand that. Like, I actually start to feel anger toward the dog, because I'm starting to feel like, will you shut the fuck up, dog? And then I just try to remind myself it's not the dog's fault that the owner is a fucking asshole and won't let the dog in. So then I start getting angry at the owner. And like, oh my god. And it's like, what was the other one? A crying baby. There's nothing more annoying than a crying baby. And I know that babies can't help it. And I know even the parents can't stop it, like, most of the time. You can't just like, gag your baby or put tape over its mouth, like, so I do understand that, but it's the sound. I just can't bear it. Like, it's unbelievably frustrating for me. There's nothing worse than like when you're, especially if you're on like a plane, that's the worst one. I every time I've been on a plane, there's a fucking crying baby, and I'm just like, I can't handle this shit, and I'm trapped in this big metal tube flying thousands of feet in the air with a fucking screaming baby for hours. Like, that is insane. And but there, like, I feel like that could be like connected to this misophonia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it misophobia or misophonia? I think it's phonia. But like, I've heard of it before only because I know there's a few YouTubers that have it, and one of them is PewDiePie. I've heard PewDiePie suffers with it, and I think, yeah, there's a bunch of people that actually made videos talking about their experience with it. I think even Shane Dawson is another one, and there's more people. I was surprised when I saw these people, because I feel good when other people talk about it, because it makes me feel like, wow, I'm not alone. And I do like that feeling of like I'm not alone. But with me, it's like it's more noises that are like repetitive noises, such as like when you wake up in the morning to somebody hammering outside, like somebody's hammering nails into wood, or like construction workers and they're just like like that sound drives me insane. Like it makes me want to kill myself. I can't stand it. It's so annoying, and I don't really get annoyed by like but this is the other thing. Like I also, this is why I don't know if it's connected to misophonia or not, but there's also like noises that I hate. Like it gets me angry. For example, like a balloon popping. If somebody bursts a balloon, it doesn't frighten me, but it gets me angry for that split second that it happens. I'm just like, why would you do that? Like I get mad at someone who pops a balloon. I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, stop it. And I remember this one time, my half brother, who's like a lot younger than me, he's about 10 or something, and he stayed over at my house. And this one morning I woke up and he was like, we were sharing a room. He was sleeping on the floor in my bedroom. And I know that sounds like an asshole thing, but I need my bed. I can't sleep on the floor. I'll be stiff for work. But he was asleep on the floor, and he was like on like a air mattress or something. But in the morning I woke up and he was already awake. But I woke up because he was like, there's like a little tassel on the sleeping bag or whatever he was sleeping with, like a little thing that, you know, where you can pull it tight, and it has that little push button thing, and it's like made of plastic. And he was like hitting it off of something, like hitting it off of like the metal bar, like the frame of the bed. And it was like ding, ding, ding. And I woke up and I was like, will you stop? Like, this is the sort of thing that annoys me, like repetitive noises like that. And this is another thing, now that we're on the topic of repetition, Tina knows this one very well. In fact, I think everyone knows this one about me, because I hate repeating myself, and I hate when people repeat themselves. Now, I do this myself. Like, I do it unintentionally, like when I'm making a video like this. I guess to try to make sure I cover everything, I accidentally say the same thing multiple times throughout videos. That has happened many times where I've like repeated it. But what I mean is, like, when somebody, what really drives me crazy is when somebody's like, I tell them something and then they say, what? And I'm like, I'm not repeating myself. Just fucking forget about it. Like, I get angry at that. And Tina knows about that one. She knows I hate it when I have to repeat myself. And when she repeats herself too, or anybody for that matter, but like when Tina does it, I will say something to her like, I know you've already said this. And I start to get this like attitude toward her. And she's like, what? And I'm like, nothing, but you're repeating yourself. You've already said it. You don't need to tell me. I heard you the first time. You don't have to fucking tell me 10 million times. I start to get annoyed. Like, it just drives me crazy. But I also hate the most is when I have to repeat myself. If somebody says, if I've like just like said something and then they say what, I'm just like, forget it. I will not repeat myself. I can't do it because or sometimes I'll do it, but I'm really pissed off about it. And I'm like, yeah, did you hear me this time? Like, fucking hell. It's crazy. But those are another two things that I struggle with. Don't know what the repetition thing is. But I do know, speaking of Tina, she just texted me. But I do know that I hate noises, and I feel like that could be misophonia. I'm not sure about the repetition thing, though. I just hate repeating myself, and I hate listening to people repeat themselves. Like, sometimes even my grandparents are like, whenever they tell something, like a story that's happened, like my grandfather, for example, he's the worst one for it. Like, he will talk about certain things, but I know the story already. Like, I know it word for word. I could even tell him the story. And like, it's just annoying. Like, I don't know. I know like people do that to have conversation, but I just get annoyed. I can't stand it. It's crazy. Does that happen to any of you guys? Like, do you get annoyed with noises, or do you get annoyed with like repeating yourself, or when people repeat themselves? Let me know in the comment section. It's been fun making these videos. Like, I feel like I'm kind of exposing myself a little more. Like, I don't really want to talk about this stuff, but doing it, I'm seeing all of you guys in the comments, and you are literally relating, and that's awesome to me. Like, it makes me feel like, wow, that wasn't so bad after all, like, talking about it and being open about the things that I struggle with. And I feel like I have no one to talk to about it. But now that I'm talking about it on YouTube, and I'm seeing a lot of you guys replying to me in the comments saying, like, you struggle with that too, it's actually helping me in a way. So, and I see people, like, saying, wow, this is so relatable. So, obviously, it's helping you guys too, that I'm talking about it. Like, we're not alone, guys. I know it feels like we're lonely and we're like these cynical assholes, and we always ask ourselves, like, why am I such a horrible person? And everyone else is so nice, but we're just horrible. But then now it's like I'm starting to realize that it's not horrible. Like, it's actually pretty normal. Like, it's common. You guys are having the same problems. So I feel good about this. Like, it's actually helping me by talking about this. So if you guys are enjoying these videos, though, and you're relating to them, there is some more things that I could, like, tell you guys about me, which I can do in another video. But yeah, let me know if you guys suffer with listening to people repeat themselves and you repeating yourself because somebody didn't listen the first fucking time. Do you struggle with dealing with noises too? Like, noises that are, like, just repeating themselves. Like if somebody's like, see, if I do this long enough, even me doing this will start to annoy me. I just can't stand it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, and that is pretty much it, guys. Hit the like button for me, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember the most important thing, chase your dreams, and I love you guys. Peace out.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoy my videos and you would like to support me and my channel more and also be featured in my videos, go check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. I would really appreciate any help you guys have to offer. As you can see, we have different tiers, different rewards, so go over there, check it out, and I would really appreciate that. Every little helps. Thank you so much. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on, and also follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. So go follow me on all of those, and remember the most important thing, I love you guys, and chase your dreams.